Today we're in the Lake District, just outside Buttermere. We're going to make our way to the end of Buttermere Lake, to Gatesgarth Farm, walk up to Haystacks, Innomate Tarn, Blackbeck Tarn, and make it around. We'll be back to you, so we're going to go and get our car parked now. So we've made our way to Gatesgarth Farm car park. As you can see, there's enough parking for about 20 cars. It's £4 all day. So we head forward now, picking up our path just to the left-hand side of the bridge. The gate's just at the left-hand side of the post box. We'll just give you a quick look round before we set off. That'll do for now. We'll be back to you. There's plenty to see here. We're at the side of the farm now. We just keep heading forward with Buttermere Lake on our right-hand side. That's to our right-hand side as we walk down the path. And again. And this is to our left. As you can see, there's a waterfall slightly to the left-hand side of the picture. And this is where we'll be going, somewhere up there. So we just keep heading forward, following the path. We go through the gate, pick up the path at the other side, make our way to the top of the tree line, and then turn left. As we cross over the little bridge, we look to our right-hand side, and that's quite a good shot of Buttermere there, look. As you can see, the sheep are pretty tame, just sat there, half asleep. Well, we keep going. As we start to make some height, let's give you a shot across Buttermere Lake there. So at the top of the trees, we've turned left. This is a new walk for us today, so let's go and see what we can find. We cross over a tiny stream. You're walking with a taxi driver today in the Lake District. As we make our way uphill, we look to our left-hand side and we can see the farm and the car park's just at the other side of it. As we make our way uphill, we can see the outline of the hills in the background. We're making our way slowly uphill on the steps, following the wall to our left-hand side. And there's Haystacks, and that's where we're going. Just a bit of a bad light today, but it's only early April. That's looking to our right, and we're about 5 sheep there, look, just above us. We've just passed through a gate. We look to our left-hand side, and we can see the path that we'll be coming down on, just to the left-hand side of the stream. It's quite breezy up here, as you can hear. We just keep heading forward, and somewhere near that dip on the left, we'll be heading towards Haystacks. Well, it's not too bad a climb up to now, but we did red pike yesterday, and I must admit we're struggling a bit. We keep going. Well, we're getting a bit closer to it now. We just bear off slightly right to the top of the gully. You can see a couple of people there, look. We've still got a bit of a climb, but we're getting there. That's just to our right-hand side. And just before we go any further, that's looking back. You can see the path that we've come up on. We cross over a little stream. It's quite steep in the odd place, but it's not too bad. On our right-hand side, we've got a stone wall. We just keep following the path. As we make our way up, as you can see, there's 1 or 2 big boulders tumble down, little streams on our left-hand side. As we get near the top of the brow, we start bearing off to our left, following the cairns. At the top of the brow, bear slightly right to pick up the path where them two people are. Well, we just have to walk that bit there, and it might be time for a cup of tea, but we'll keep going for now. That's to our left before we go any further. And that's to our right, and that's looking back. Pretty steep hill in the background there. We'll keep taking one or two more as we make our way up. As you can see, this is pretty steep, this bit, but we're nearly to the top and the views are opening up. Sun's starting to come out. Bit of luck, we might get some great shots when we get to the top, instead of mist like we had yesterday. And that's looking to our right-hand side now as we still make our way up. We keep going. You see that tiny ledge on the rock there? That's our path. But there's the view. We've just had a tiny scramble up, but the path's getting a bit wider now. We're nearly there. As we make our way round the side, we can see we've just one last push there, look. Path's in the middle of your picture. As you can see, we've got a steep bit to climb here. It's going to be hand and leg job here. We keep going. And again, as you can see, this is quite a steep bit near the top, but we're nearly there. Just when you think you've got to the top, there's the other side. Well, we're still making our way uphill. As we look to our right-hand side, we can see there's a tiny bit of snow on the tops. And again, that's where we're going, straight up. We're sat having a drink of tea, just keeping out of the wind. And there's the view. Just before we move, we take a shot to our left and we can see a lake in the distance. We're slowly making our way across the top now. You can see hills in the background, but I don't know the name. We just keep heading forward, following the cairns. That's a quick shot to our left-hand side before we head any further into the wind. And as we head forward, we see there's a tiny tarn on our right-hand side. You can see the wind whipping across. That's looking to our right. The tiny tarn's just down below. We've just got to drop down and back up the other side. We keep going. It's very windy on these tops. We're making our way towards Inuit Tarn now. And that's just to our left-hand side. We'll be following that path on our way down. Well, there's Inuit Tarn. Just a shame the wind's a bit strong. We're told somewhere around this tarn, Wainwright's ashes are scattered. Beautiful place. We're heading towards Blackbeck Tarn now. We can see the path down below. There's the view to our left-hand side. We can see the path at the far side of the hill. We'll be coming down there later on. And again, there's looking down. As we make our way round, we can see Buttermere to our left. We just keep following the path, and again we cross over the little stream. On the right hand side you've Blackbeck Tarn. Just keep following the cairns uphill. As we make our way up the other side, we look to our left. That's where we've just come down. It's only when you look back you realise how nice it is. We keep going. Before we go any further, we look to our right hand side, and that's a pretty good shot of Blackbeck Tarn there, look. Well, we think that's the last of the climbing. It's all downhill now, we think. We're just fading a bit. Well, I thought we'd got to the top, but it looks like we've a tiny bit more, bearing off to our right, uphill. And as we come over the top, there's the view into the wind. As we head forward, we can see the old mine workings at the back of the rock to the right. You can just keep heading straight forward. You'll see the cairns in front and walk on the left-hand side of the stream. We'll have to give up now because it's very windy, blowing the camera all over. But we've decided to turn right, head towards the workings, cross over the stream and go down on the right-hand side of the stream. We've just crossed over the tiny stream. We're going up the path at the other side for a short way before we start going down. Before we go any further, there's the path that we've walked down, and that's looking back. And if we look further back, we can see the waterfall in the distance. Well, we keep going. This tiny path joins up to the main path going down now. We've walked to the other side of the stream so that we can take a picture of Haystacks on our way down. Pretty good. Keep going. We walk forward 2 or 3 more minutes and look at that down below. We're walking through old spoil heaps on our way down. Waterfalls on our left hand side. We hope to get a decent shot of it soon. Well, here we are. This is first chance we've got to have a good look. And you can see the waterfall slipping down the side of the rock there. And as we drop down, it gives us a chance to get a better look. I must admit we're a bit near the edge. When I say near the edge, that's a drop down below. At the side of the path you've got these big cairns. Just keep following them downhill. Stream's about 30 feet on our left hand side in the waterfalls. And Haystacks. And as you make your way downhill, look to your left hand side and you'll see a little waterfall coming in. And then as you turn round the corner, you can see the path down below. All we have to do now is follow the path back to the farm and the car park. We hope you've enjoyed our walk in the Lake District. You've been walking with a taxi driver today. Well, I know we've done our finish and we're slowly making our way back to the car. We looked to our left-hand side. We couldn't resist it.